my beautiful little unicorns, and welcome back to my channel. And if this is the first time that you're on my channel, please allow for me to introduce myself to you. My name's Vanessa Somuayina I. You guys know me as your big sis from the internet, as well as your favorite psychic reader right here on YouTube. And in today's psychic reading, I have your October horoscopes and predictions prepared for you. And yes, you guys, this is a two-part reading. You first get to pick from one of these three groups that I'm about to introduce you to right here during the intro of this video. And then things get even more intricate, interesting, as well as personal. Because after you've clicked the timestamp of the first part of your October prediction, which is based on one of these groups that you have intuitively chosen, you get to scroll back down into the description box or to the top of the comment section and click the timestamp of your zodiac sign, and you will be fast forwarded for a second time to another reading, which makes for the second, even more intricate and personal part of your October prediction, which is based on your sign. And there is an infinite amount of combinations between the first group as well as zodiac signs, so that way you know your October horoscope is 100% personalized. And for all of my astrology geeks, feel free to tune into your sun, moon, and rising sign to receive the absolute pinnacle of personalization when it comes to this October reading. Alright, you guys, I will now introduce you to these three groups, and after I've introduced you to the three groups, I'll give you a little moment of privacy so you can meditate on the groups. I'll also be spitting some facts about the month of October that you may or may not have known yet, so we can really get into the vibe of this upcoming month. Group number 1 corresponds to the Spirit Animal Oracle deck as well as the Aquamarine Crystal. Group number 2 corresponds to the Dreamgate Oracle deck as well as the Rose Quartz Crystal. And group number 3 corresponds to the Keepers of the Light Oracle deck as well as the Kyanite Crystal. And as usual, you can find the timestamps of all three of these groups as well as every single sign of the zodiac below in the description box and pinned to the top of the comment section for quick and easy access from your tablets, your TVs, your laptops, as well as your smartphones. The month of October is the 10th month of the year in the Gregorian calendar, and it is 31 days in length. The name origin of October comes from Latin octo, which means 8, since it was originally the 8th month in the Roman calendar. When it comes to astrology and birthstones, both Libra and Scorpio are celebrating their birthdays during the month of October, with Libra ranging from September 23rd until October 22nd, and Scorpio's birth date starting from October 23rd. Crystals associated with the month of October and birthstones are opal and tourmaline, which are both crystals which are associated with creativity, love, and protection. The full moon, supermoon, also called Hunter's Moon, is taking place on October 6th this year, which marks the beginning of a very powerful time for manifestation, as the full moon, supermoon on October 6th is going to kick off a sequence of three supermoon full moons that are coming towards us in the consecutive months. But since I don't want to bore you guys, I will now provide you with your little moment of privacy. Feel free to pause the video right here if you need a little longer to meditate on these three groups, and then I will be right back to guide you into your readings. Alright, my gorgeous soul, by now you've hopefully been able to select one of these three groups. I will be getting into your October predictions and horoscopes, starting off with group number 1, which corresponds to the Spirit Animal Oracle deck, as well as the Aquamarine Crystal. So if this is the group that you chose, then simply keep watching, and to my other beautiful groups, as well as all signs of the zodiac, I will catch you at the click of your timestamps. Hello, my beautiful sister from another mister, or brother from another mother. Welcome to your reading. You chose the Spirit Animal Oracle deck as well as the Aquamarine Crystal to help guide you during this first part of your reading. So this is the beautiful Aquamarine Crystal that you chose, and you may have chosen the stone because you need relaxation, you need calmness in your life and tranquility, as those are the energies that this crystal angel helps bring to your life during the month of October. Now let's move into your reading to see exactly what's coming towards you in this first part of your prediction. We first got the giraffe spirit as well as the elephant spirit. So if you've always loved giraffes and elephants, I want you to know that these are your spirit animals and spirit guides for the month of October. The giraffe is helping you to see the big picture, so even if you're having a challenging day, rather than feeling like you have a challenging life, you'll realize, hey, this is just a moment, because the elephant spirit shows that you are extremely mature, you've learned so much from the past. The thing is, when you make a mistake, group number one, you learn from that mistake, you grow from it. You take the lessons and you become better. And that's exactly what's happening during the month of October. Anytime that you feel like you're encountering a situation that in the past would have created anxiety in you, would have felt really challenging, no, group number one, you're not allowing that to make your cortisol levels, which is your stress hormone, you're not allowing that to rise in your body during the month of October. You're not allowing it. You are learning from the past. You are learning the way that you naturally react and the things that naturally make you uneasy. And you're seeing the big picture and how you can control your life and make it amazing. The white raven spirit shows that you are trusting in the magic that is your life and that is you. We have also got master number 66 here, which is a positive number when it comes to family and kids. If you've got family and kids in your life that you are taking care of day in and day out, I want you to trust in the magic happening for them as well. See the big picture. They may come to you and ask you what they can do to move forward and do better. They're the type of individual that always sees the best in others and that always sees the potential in other people. Express that to your friends, your family, and kids that are surrounding you. As I see here within the porcupine spirit, that literally so many people are feeling like they're low during the month of October, and you are like a beacon of hope. You are a light at the end of the tunnel because you see the big picture, and as already mentioned, rather than seeing a challenge as a negative thing or it meaning that you have a challenging life, you see it as a challenging moment, a challenging day that will pass, that will go by. And the porcupine spirit is also telling you that October is a great time for you in particular to start something completely new. And I see here with the fox spirit that your guides are telling you, think on your feet, okay? There's something new you can start that will elevate you that you haven't thought of before. Why October is a fantastic month is because, for one, we've got the super moon full moon that is beginning in October. We've got another one in November and December this year. And that means the energy of creating something amazing, of manifesting something amazing, is amplified during this time. And also because you, group number one, who have the elephant and giraffe spirit by your side, which shows that you're very level-headed while other people are panicking and freaking out. So think on your feet as to how this can help you to win in a situation where so many others are panicking. It could be that it's the first month that you start to go to the gym way ahead of the next year because you don't have to wait for January 1st for quote-unquote New Year's resolutions. Every day is a day to be healthy for you. It could be that it's the first time you are creating your own podcast or YouTube channel or business, or you're purchasing stocks, a new home, a new car, because deals are on the rise and you're getting the best ones in October, group number one. The beaver spirit shows us here that you are the type of person who knows how to lay a solid foundation for your own family especially. You break generational curses and traumas that were passed down to you from your parents and grandparents. We've got the number 6 again, which is a number of family and numerology and caring, generosity, spending time with your loved ones. And the beaver shows how you're laying a solid foundation for the generations after you, because you have never been a conformist in a sense of conforming to societal norms. That is not you. You do your own thing, you're wild, you're rebellious, you're different, and you love it. And that's also what people love the most in you, group number one, because they can tell that you actually live life. So a lot of people, they live vicariously through you. So see the big picture when you're feeling like life is so imperfect, how things are actually so amazing in your life, and a lot of people envy you. I see here within Diana that is exactly what Spirit, the universe, wants you to focus on. Keep your intentions on your desires, because if you believe in evil eye, or you know that there are people who are kind of envious of you, and you focus on that, that will take up energy and space that you could be putting towards your dreams, your aspirations, the things that you love. And truly, your guides in the universe is trying to tell you here in Diana, keep your focus attention, your bow and arrow on your goals, not on what anyone else is doing or saying, not on any gossip that you might heard about yourself. I want you to know here to set your sights high and expect the best possible outcome. Because regardless of how well you do, it will never be enough. There will always be that one hater that has something to say about how you got there, or what it is that you're doing, or making you feel like you don't deserve it. And the best thing to do is to just ignore them into oblivion. I see here within Horus that we've got this cosmic gateway opening in the month of October for you, which shows that your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. As already mentioned, the full moon supermoon on October 6th is going to open up this cosmic gateway. So that means from that time on, you'll feel as though miraculous changes are occurring, because just think about it. If the moon is able to basically steer the tides, right, ebb and flow entire oceans, of course the planets, the moon, has an effect on how we feel, on our manifestation powers, on the way that we see ourselves, because we're made up of 60-something% water, aren't we? So if the moon regulates ebb and flow the entire oceans, imagine what it does to you when the moon is in a super moon position, when the moon is in a state of its energies being on a completely different level than in all previous months, and you're able to keep a cool head while others are completely freaking out and don't know what's going on. Remember, there's a reason why you're right here receiving this psychic reading. So next up, we have got the eagle for you, group number 1. The eagle shows that you will soar towards your destiny with greater clarity and strength from the month of October onwards. That's exactly what this full moon, supermoon is going to initiate in you. That's exactly what it's going to start to do inside of you. And I also see in the eagle a similar message coming out as we have in the giraffe spirit of seeing the big picture and seeing things from a bird eye view. The chameleon is telling you to beware, be careful who you trust at this time. There's a lot of truth in the saying that what people don't know, they can't destroy. They can't tamper with it, and they can't mess with it. It's best for you during this time, group number 1, to keep your private life private, because there are a lot of people who are very nosy, but really you shouldn't be sharing what's going on in your life. Let's see exactly why by getting a very, very particular message for you. Oh, okay, we've got your boss. So the reason why you want to keep your private life private is because otherwise things will be told to your boss, to someone who has a boss figure energy in your life. So you want to make sure that this is not something that you are allowing into your life. So beware of dramas by avoiding them altogether, by not sharing your own private feelings, what's going on in your life privately, and your thoughts. Just keep business business and keep your private life extremely private. You will be thanking me by the end of the month of October that this is a message that you've received and that you could act on. Trust me on this. We've got the snake. So the universe wants to reveal even further information about this to you, group number 1. And you guys know I love snakes. I mean, I'm a snake owner. But a snake not only represents transformation, right, by shedding its old skin, but it also means here your intuition and healing powers. They'll guide you to a better path, but be careful because snakes look out for themselves. No matter how many times a snake may shed its skin, it still remains what? A snake. So remember that no matter how many times a coworker, a friend might shed their skin, they might say they're sorry, they might say that they're not going to share your sensitive personal information anymore. But remember, if they've done it once, a snake remains a snake, no matter how many times they try to shed their skin. Actually, what happens is they just become an even bigger snake, if you know what I mean. Let's move a little more deeply into this group number 1. We've got the key. New beginnings, directions, and adventures await for those ready to let go of the past. I want you to understand here within the key, the month of October is a month in which you will feel ready to fully let go of the past. We've also got this key that has this heart shape on it, which tells me any exes that have been hanging around situationships, okay, they're deceasing within your archives. There's no more action going on there. And it's honestly better for you because you're seeing things from the perspective of if someone isn't meant to have a great future with me for the next decade, for example, why entertain them now? Why give them my time now? Because you're listening to your body. When you have a weird feeling in your body about someone that you're dealing with, you're no longer questioning yourself and why you feel that way. But you are being careful with the situation and understanding your body is infinitely intelligent, group number 1. Stop questioning your body and start listening to it. Also, any feelings of fatigue, of feeling extremely tired during the month of October means that perhaps you've got to get those iron supplements, okay? You've got to get that vitamin D. You got to have a little bit more fruit, more fiber, a little bit more protein, okay? There's no point in all this cardio and all of this gym time, all of these 10K steps if you're not actually retaining or building any of the muscle you're working hard for. So group number 1, listen to your body, listen to what it needs rather than shaming it or comparing it during the month of October. And you will see yourself making the biggest improvements and taking the biggest strides forward. Group number 1, this is the first portion of your reading. I can't wait to delve into your zodiac signs portion. If you picked group number 1, make sure that you leave a unicorn emoji below in the comment section to let me and others know that you were here, you watched the first portion of your reading all the way to the end. If you want to join me for this Sunday's upcoming psychic coaching, you can check that out below in the description box as well. Psychic CEO is where I coach and read for you guys every single Sunday live. We're a beautiful family, a beautiful tribe that keeps growing every single week. So if you really vibe with my psychic readings and you love a space where you can get personal readings, and if you've also been thinking of getting a life coach or a business coach, this is the perfect fusion that I've created in Psychic CEO that is 4 live psychic coaching calls every single month, as well as readings, challenges, and access to over 500 modules to help you create your dream life, and my Psychic CEO and manifestation formula, which is the exact formula that I used in order to create my dream life. So if that sounds amazing, check it out below in the description box and come say hi during one of our Sunday live psychic coaching sessions. All right, you guys, so without further ado, click your zodiac signs timestamp and I will catch you during the second, even more personal and intricate portion of your reading. Hello, my beautiful soul of group number 2. This is the first part of your reading. You chose the Dreamgate Oracle deck as well as the Rose Quartz Crystal. We'll first do a close-up of this crystal, and I want you to know the reason why you may have chosen this stone is because October is meant to be filled with more love and friendships being repaired, as well as your romantic life thriving, because that's exactly what the Rose Quartz represents. So let's get into your reading for part 1 of your prediction, group number 2, and then once you have received this first portion of your October prediction, you get to click the timestamp of your zodiac sign. These readings are designed to complement one another and to make your October prediction as accurate as possible. So let's get into it. Dive in. During the month of October, you are discovering a new obsession, group number 2. If you are the kind of person who has these ADHD type of tendencies to straight away when you are interested in something, you become super obsessed with it, It could either, for example, be a new hobby, an art form. It could be a theory that you are studying. It could be an animal. It could literally be a new YouTube channel, and you become obsessed. You dive in, you binge watch, you binge learn, and you also binge execute. I also getting some conspiracy theories that are peeping through that are catching your interest, and whether you take them very seriously or not, that is to be revealed, but I definitely see you're diving in deep during the month of October with your mind and with doing things that you love. Okay, so the word that we've received, the very particular word, is radiation. Do what you will with this information, group number 2, as well as the conspiracy theories, but by definition, radiation is an energy emitted from a source in the form of rays or waves, for example, heat, light, or sound. The emission of energy in the form of rays or waves. If you are traveling, if you're going on a plane, or you're going through a body scanner, that's what I can see coming towards you during the month of October. And of course, that also causes radiation, which you want to be careful with and not expose yourself to it too often. Also getting x-rays, even when you go to the dentist and you get an x-ray or you get a mammography, if you are a woman who is at an age where you tend to do that, or it's just time for you to check. And I want you to know here with the multiverse that taking an interest in your health, your body, and just becoming aware of the fact that even you radiate a type of energy. It's just different frequencies, it's different wavelengths. Some of them you shouldn't be exposed to all the time, but being exposed to your energy, group number 2, I do see here that that makes a lot of people see the big picture. You're that person that people open up to without even realizing that they've just told you their entire life story. And you often ask yourself, why me? Why is this happening to me all the time? And I want you to know here within Choose Your Adventure that the month of October is going to be a month where finally you get to choose your own adventure. Along the way, you will meet people opening up to you. But I do also see choosing your own adventure might come with going on an unexpected trip to a country you've never been to before. But choosing your own adventure also means that lucid dreams you have been having might become the reality that you have been wanting to step into for a very, very long time as your manifestations are getting real. And sometimes it's not even about waiting for something that you want to happen. It's about doing it. Because how often have you postponed the trip, the adventure, investing in yourself in some way, getting the new book, getting the new deck, getting the skin treatment you wanted, getting the surgical or non-surgical procedure, getting that pair of shoes or that jacket that you absolutely love and adore and you know you would feel amazing in. I definitely see that during the month of October, you're spoiling yourself in the best way, group number 2, and it shows because when you spoil yourself, you're making it very clear that you believe you deserve these things. And when you have this energy of I deserve it, other people treat you the same way, and it becomes this domino effect of other people putting you on a pedestal because you teach people how to treat you. The Six of Cups here shows me that you've always been the kind of person who loves to give other people their flowers. You love to give other people praise. You love to tell other people when they've done amazingly well. You're the type of person who, of course, when you see someone doing well, you want the same for yourself, but you can actually celebrate another person's accomplishments without this deep, dark type of jealousy. That's what I'm getting here in the Six of Cups. And the month of October, you will be invited to a birthday where you're getting to celebrate not just someone's birthday, but also them continuing to grow their relationship. So a pregnancy announcement is one thing that I'm getting, as here in the Six of Coins, someone close to you is expanding their family. Someone close to you is ready and wanting to create more of a commitment, a bigger expansion, more people in their family, and you're happy for it because you know that this is what they wanted. So you're very ecstatic and you're celebrating, you're having a great time. Next up, we've got the Hanged Man for you. The Hanged Man in tarot means that you're seeing things from a different perspective, and instead of feeling like you have to wait your turn for good things to happen to you. You're just seizing the moment. You're just making good things happen. So it's like when you thought there would be a perfect moment to get healthy, a perfect moment to lose weight or to gain weight, a perfect moment to start a family, to move in with someone, a perfect moment to start your own business or your own social media. Instead of waiting for the perfect moment, you are just diving in and you're seeing it from the perspective as every day is the day I want to wear my best clothes. Every day is a celebration, and every day is a reason for me to dress for the life that I want, not the life that I have, to show up like I have the job that I want, not the job that I have. And we've got the Seven of Wands, which shows that doing this actually means a really lucky time. Okay, the rabbit represents good luck, but also fertility. So the more that you show up as the person that you see yourself being, like your highest version, your best version, your most successful version. So already laying your clothes out the night before, making sure there are clothes that you love, that represent the type of energy that you see yourself in, the boss energy, the independent energy, the successful energy, the feminine energy, whatever it is that you desire. Group number one, I want you to know the more you do it, the more that becomes your life. The more that you actually act as though you're already that person, you already have all of those things, the more you will see, wait a minute, this is a real thing. This is a real strategy. This is a real formula. That's why it's so important for me always, group number two, to teach you how you can be the psychic CEO of your life, like the boss of your life. That's what it means. It means that these readings provide you with healing, they provide you with clarity and guidance, but you pick your path, and you get to pick this path during the month of October. Next up here within the Seven of Rings, you are making an investment that is going to be a very successful one where you will have a high return. If you have been thinking of investing in stocks or even investing in your own looks or education, it's a good decision for you to move forward with during the month of October. Even an insurance that you weren't sure would actually be worth it, yes, it will be worth it, and you will be so happy that you did it and that you've got it. Group number two. The Queen of Swords shows us you're a very self-reliant, independent person. The perception that you have of others is based on how they treat you and those surrounding them. You are not a shiny object syndrome type of person who is just impressed by flashy things, designer handbags, or fancy items, fancy jewelry and diamonds. The Queen of Swords shows that you're a very logical person. So if someone shows up decked out in that type of manner, you aren't impressed by the things that they own. You're impressed by when they open their mouth, what do they say? How warm are they? How kind are they? How do they treat wait staff? How do they treat someone who can't do anything for them? As I see here in the Dawn of Swords, that you spent a lot of time trying to fit into different friend groups and just groups of people, squads, group number two, as we call them in this day and age. And you then came to realize you were never meant to be a follower. You've never meant to be the kind of person who fits into one of these groups where you're put in a box and you have to wear certain brands or certain clothing to fit in or to be accepted by them. You were always more of a free spirit, and when you see someone who seems almost trapped by needing to be perceived the way that they think everyone has to see them, it's like you feel sorry for them. It's like you feel like they're on a part of their journey that they will hopefully grow out of and not feel so confined because you were once in that place. So it's not this pity thing of you being on your high horse. It's just you knowing everyone has different phases and stages of their spiritual growth and journey. And it's okay if someone is going through a phase that isn't just yet as self-accepting as the phase that you're in. As I see here within the Spirit of Rings, you have hung up the entire thinking process of not being good enough, of your body not being shaped the way it quote unquote should be shaped, your facial features not matching society standards, not having the clothes or the appearance, all of these things, you don't care about them. And in October, I see in the Spirit of Rings anything that you do is truly for yourself. It's truly because you want to make yourself happy. Anything you change about yourself is because it disturbs you and you want to make yourself feel fulfilled. It's not because you feel pressure or you want to succumb to anything. It is genuinely for you. The Spirit of Rings also shows here it took a long time for you to get to this level of self-love and healing. And the Spirit of Rings also shows that in order to accept someone new into your life, you are literally going to make them jump through hoops to prove that they're not a narcissist, they're not a toxic person. And this is actually someone that's adding value because you want to add value to people's lives. And then next up, we have the Dawn of Rings, which represents the dawn of the element of earth. So this is the Knight of Pentacles in the traditional tarot. And what this shows us here is that literally in your career, you are taking strides forward that you are now able to make because you're fully focused. You don't care about how you're perceived. You care about results. You care about what you can do to create a better world and also what you can do in order to challenge yourself in ways that you've never challenged yourself before. So you're becoming really brave, really courageous. And what that is resulting in is you painting, quite literally painting, creating art without the pressure of the art needing to be perfect or look perfect, but you're creating art for art's sake, for an outlet of emotions, an outlet of feelings. And you're not already prejudging your art before it's even finished like you used to do. And you might have stopped a lot of art mid-art, okay? So mid-song, mid-painting, mid-writing, you gave up, you put it to the side, you never revisited it because you felt like it wasn't good enough. Even YouTube, even podcasting, even blogging, putting it to the side because you feel like it wasn't up to par. And I do see here that you're realizing there's no point in judging yourself because the way to success is to believe in yourself and to never stop. Next up within Prepare a Healthy Meal, group number 2. The month of October, there are some homemade meals coming up for you. If you live in the Northern Hemisphere, it is pumpkin season. Pumpkin pie, pumpkin soup, pumpkin spiced lattes, but make it healthy. Make it at home if possible. That's what I can see here within Preparing Healthy Meals. Meal prepping is your thing. And it keeps you organized. It also saves you a lot so you don't have to eat out of your home all the time and pay these excruciating out-of-home meal prices. And it's just a fun way for you to connect with yourself. It's almost like meditation. That's what cooking is to you in October. And it's a form of escapism from stress, from everyday life, while also focusing on giving your body the best nutrients that you can. The Five of Wands shows me here that you have had your own troubles and challenges with food and with body image. The Five of Wands does show up that while you're taking good care of your body, this is coming back up. These thoughts are coming back up, but you're now seeing them from the perspective of being happy that you were able to come this far. So they're not tormenting you the way that they used to, but it's almost like you're remembering, wow, it used to be so much harder. I went through so much and I'm so proud of myself that I've come out the other end with healthy thoughts about food, with a better relationship, and a relationship that is only becoming more positive. I see here within the Seven of Swords that growing up, you had a type of family where the dinner table has caused a lot of trauma, a lot of times where you feel like your feelings were hurt or not heard, and people didn't understand what you were going through. The ways in which you were suffering were not taken seriously. So rather than it just being a beautiful family ceremony of bonding, the Seven of Swords does show me that that comes up with a lot of reflection. And you are grateful for your parents and them doing the best they could the way they knew how. But this reflection is also stirring up some emotions that you might want to, if you can, talk to them about. But some of you will know that the best thing to do is to go to a therapist or talk to friends, because some parents will never be able to just give you that validation that perhaps your inner child is seeking, perhaps your inner child just really desperately wants. Next, within the splash, to scatter a liquid in large drops or amounts, to scatter or fly up in large drops or amounts, to wet or dirty something by spattering it with liquid. So painting and your healthy meal, there's splashing, there's splattering, there is excitement going on here. I don't know if you ever did that as a child or even as an adult, where you take the paintbrush and you like draw it back and then you let the paint splatter, and it's messy, but it's so fun, and you create the most beautiful artwork in that way. I always used to do it on a piece of paper, then fold the paper while the paint was still wet, and then you have this beautiful, very even picture, right, where both sides are the exact same. It's almost like this Andy Warhol type style painting. And of course, here within preparing a meal, splattering, splashing, again, healthy meals, healthy drinks that you're making at home, you're having a good time, and meals that are filled with water, with hydration, very, very good for your body. So group number 2, we already have an amazing, super health-oriented month teed up for you for October, and I can't wait for us to delve even more deeply into your zodiac signs reading. And just as a little disclaimer, because I get asked about this all the time, if during the month of October and the upcoming months you would like this vibe, you would like psychic coaching, you love my readings, you would like to be together in a room, elevating, being prepared for every single month with tarot, with coaching, with positive vibes really, check out Psychic CEO, because every Sunday I do a live with all of my fellow psychic CEOs, so you get 4 lives every single month, as well as a plethora of other perks that you can find on my Psychic CEO site. It's really too good to be true. You can ask my members. We are like the most close-knit family in there, and I love seeing you guys every single Sunday for our Sunday ritual and energy elevation. So group number 2. We are now going to delve into your zodiac signs portion of your reading. So what you can do now is scroll down into the description box, click your zodiac sign, or to the top of the comment section. You can click it there as well. And then you'll be fast forwarded to the second, even more intricate part of your October prediction. So I'll catch you over there. Hello, my gorgeous soul of group number 3. Welcome to the first portion of your October prediction, which is based on one of the 3 groups that you chose. You chose the Keepers of the Light Oracle, as well as the Kyanite. Let's do a close-up of the crystal of your choice, and also allow for me to explain to you why you may have chosen this stone intuitively. The Kyanite is a crystal that is associated with tranquility, alignment, and great communication. And unlike many crystals, Kyanite is said to not retain any negative energies, so typically it does not require any type of energetic cleansing. But let's move into your reading, group number 3, and make sure that this positive energy doesn't lie, and see what's coming towards you during the month of October. So let's see what we've got here for you, group number 3. We've got Lord Ganesh as well as Paul the Venetian. So I see a mixture between tranquility and fun. I see a mixture between extravagance and groundedness. Within Lord Ganesh, I see an infinite amount of abundance coming towards you that is higher than you thought it would be. So if you're working on social media, for example, you're starting your own podcast, YouTube, you've got your own business, whatever it may be, even in your 9 to 5, you're receiving some extra abundance that you didn't expect in form of gaining a new client, completing an amazing project, getting a bonus. Obstacles are being removed, spiritual support and connections are increasing during the time of October. And next up within Paul the Venetian, share your gifts with grace, because waves of inspiration and love are coming to you and are assured for you during the month of October. So don't be afraid as to whether the month of October is going to be good or not, as there is abundance coming towards you, and it's time for you to share your gift fearlessly. Now, Sanat Kumara shows me here, you're the type of person who has always shunned their light, even in a room full of darkness. That is part of your gift, group number 3. You were always meant to be the type of person that stands out in a light type of way, which means that when you enter a room, literally the energy changes and it becomes more positive, it becomes more light. Anyone who's around you they kind of almost see you as this angel. They kind of almost see you as this person who is otherworldly. And I want you to know here that also your internal guidance is coming through loud and clear during the month of October, which means that your intuition is on point. You are listening to your intuition as your intuition is giving you some amazing pointers as to where to go soon. And I want you to understand here that when you don't question your inner voice and your gut feeling, you're going to find the biggest success happen the fastest. And we've got a peaceful resolution too. If you're going through a court case, if you're going through a claim, or for example, a legal battle, a divorce, if you have some sort of situation in which you're in a quote-unquote argument or disagreement, I want you to know there is a peaceful resolution ahead. And in connectivity to Lord Ganesh and the infinite abundance, you are going to end up being a winner who gets more abundance within their life. You are going to end up winning this situation in a way that makes your life better, where you actually get that payout, where you actually have your peace back. And I want you to know here within, look for a sign that literally the month of October is going to come with a lot of signs as to what is happening next in your life. So you might think to yourself, I'm kind of lost. I'm not sure what I want to do next, what's happening next. But don't worry, group number 3, there will be signs. And I also want us to figure out precisely what particular sign that might be. Okay, resign. Group number 3, if you've been looking for a sign that it's time for you to resign from a position in your life, resign. To give up a paid or unpaid, or shall I say underpaid position voluntarily. To come to terms with something and acquiesce in it reluctantly. To give up a right or claim to something. So resigning can happen in a job, of course. And this is your sign. This is your confirmation if you feel underpaid, undervalued, or literally as though you're being overlooked. This is your time to resign. But a lot of you are doing free and unpaid labor. A lot of you moms, you are in relationships or you're married, but actually you are still single moms because you have to do everything. You work and then you work in the home and you do the emotional labor of a relationship or situationship. And a lot of you really need to resign from being the one who has to do absolutely everything. It's time to outsource tasks. And if you are with a partner who isn't allowing that to happen, it is really time for you to resign from that relationship, or to at least seriously consider it, because what's the point then if you've just got another kid and another person that you have to take care of, even though they're a grown adult? I see here within Don't Stop, all of you who are single, don't stop resigning from situationships and relationships that are not actually valuing you. Even those of you who are in a relationship, actually, you need to hear this message as well. Don't stop with having your standards, with having your limits as to how far you will let a situation push you. And don't stop saying, you know what, this is beyond my limit, or this goes beyond what I'm comfortable doing. This is more suffering than I really think is necessary. Ask your angels and your guides when you're feeling unsure, because they will give you the type of confirmation like no other. Ask for a sign and you will receive it. And on that note, I definitely also want us to add in a charm. Allow for me to just get my charm bag out, as I have all of my different bags, all of my different things right here. Okay, let's see what charm that we're intuitively receiving for you. Okay, the sign is, a clam with a pearl in it. Something from the ocean that's extremely valuable, a treasure. But this also shows that you have a hard external plane, and on the inside there's this treasure that is infinitely valuable, and you shouldn't just give that to anyone or anything. Another sign that we've got here is a dragonfly. A dragonfly showing up in a movie, a cartoon, or IRL. And you'll think to yourself, this is a weird spot for this dragonfly to show up. So I want you to know here, these are your signs, group number 3. Look out for them during the month of October. Let's move more deeply into your reading, shall we? And see what else is coming towards you. So we've got the chameleon spirit. Sometimes you have to act as if in order to be able to move forward. Now, at times, you feel very strongly about another person, but you have to act confident in your ability to leave, to show them that you're not about a relationship that isn't mutually beneficial and respectful, and that you will leave if a relationship isn't meeting your needs or your standards. That's what I'm getting here in the chameleon spirit. And the spider spirit shows that October is really about a complete reset of making your dreams real, especially as we have the full moon, super moon kicking off on October 6th. It's a series of 3 full moon, super moons in 2025. So October, November, December, we will be experiencing 3 different supermoons in a row. And I want you to know that this is literally a time for you to now make your dreams real. While other people are scattered, they don't know what to do with this full moon energy. It's too much for them. They don't know how to deal with it. They are all over the place. You are actually able to harness this energy, group number 3, and use it in order to make the most in your life. And actually, we're going to use our astro dice now, because I know that our astro dice always give the most clarity. Let's figure out what house that your guides are speaking of. Okay, we've got the 4th house. Now, the fourth house rules the sign of Cancer, and the 4th house is the house of your home life. It is the house of the places that you should feel safe in. So I definitely see here your dreams becoming a reality and having a safe place to live and a safe place to raise a family in, or to just host your own family in. Those are the dreams you're making real next. If you've always wanted to be a homeowner, that's coming next, group number 3. If you've always wanted to get more rental properties or have more ways in which you get passive residual income, that's what's happening next. That's what's activating during this full moon, super moon, which is going to be a great support in making you feel more stable. And it is going to be an amazing way for you to connect with friends and family, because you have time and energy to do so. And then we also have Libra. So 4th house in Libra energy is an energy that shows you really want balance. Libra is an air sign that loves balance. Libra is an air sign that's ruled by Venus and is very diplomatic, is very peace-loving and oriented, and having that show up in the 4th house, which is the house of the home, shows exactly what kind of vibe that you want for your home, right? You want a peaceful vibe, you want a relaxed vibe, you want a vibe where if you raise kids, they're diplomatic. If you raise baby animals, fur babies, scale babies, you do it in a diplomatic way. This is not the wild, wild west. You want a home in which things actually function and where there is respect with every living being in that home, from relationship to kids to animals. That's what I'm getting here for you. Now, the horse spirit shows us that freedom is yours, and master number 33 is the number of the great teacher who has turned their knowledge into wisdom. They say wisdom is crystallized pain. And I see here that you've learned a lot. And the thing is, you get on a roll with learning, with listening into podcasts, educational content, even content about personal finances, about business building, all types of subjects, gut healing, emotional regulation, relationships. But at some point, it's time for you to apply that knowledge. And when you come to the understanding, oh, now's the time, let me do it now, you create a lot of freedom in your life for yourself, because you're literally healing generational patterns and traumas that were passed down to you. We've got master number 55 here, which is the number of breaking through challenges, breaking through traumas, and freeing yourself. Now, the snake spirit shows us literally the month of October. It's a time to heal. It's a time to let go of the things that were holding you back, that were making you feel like you've been held hostage by the past. And it's a time for you to also realize that when you shed old skin, you're able to heal wounds, but you're only able to do so if you're willing to let go of the old. Are you willing to do so, group number 3? Because here within the 9 of Swords, I see a little bit of conflict and anguish that can show up in your life in a way of you feeling like it's difficult to let go of material items. You struggle to let go of certain things that represent a memory to you. So I just want you to know here for the 9 of Swords, decluttering is a great practice to make yourself more available to letting go of the old. The Dawn of Swords represents reflection, diligence, organization. The Dawn of Swords is the Knight of Swords in the traditional tarot. The Suit of Swords corresponds to the thinking mind, to rational thinking, to the element of air. And I definitely see here that when it comes to that, being diligent about clearing out unnecessary, unneeded, unwanted, just junk in your life physically and mentally is what's next. The Page of Swords showing up for you is another sign that the month of October is actually going to be a time of renewing your mind, meditating again, and also journaling. But one thing that I did hear or read recently actually is that journaling about negative things, it just hardens those into your brain more. So journal only about manifestations and things that you want to accomplish as though they're already happening for you. As I see here in the King of Cups, that you've always been the kind of person who is diligent. When you want something, you go for it, you get it. Group number 3. And October is just another time where you can prove to yourself, yeah, I've got this. And if I want something, I'll go out and I'll get it. I'll make it happen. I have nothing to be afraid of or ashamed of from my past. And why wouldn't I be in a position to absolutely win? And I want us to see what kind of foreshadowing we have about upcoming months. So there's something that happened in September that made you feel as though, oh, I don't know if this infinite abundance, if this new job opportunity, if all of that is coming towards me, if I will be successful professionally. And then we've got February. So between September and February, you will have a shift in your career. You'll have a shift in this abundance mindset changing. And I also see here that what's coming towards you is you're working up to February being a time of actually then being in your most glowed up era, being in your most kind of beautiful era inside and out. But of course, we always need to get there. It doesn't just happen from one day to the next. So you're straightening up your habits, your mindset now. You don't have to wait for a New Year's resolution. You don't have to wait for January 1st. So by the time February rolls around, group number 3, you're already shining. You're already your best version. You're already way ahead of the game, while others were waiting for a sign to start, while others were waiting for New Year's resolutions. You're already going out and making things happen for yourself. So be proud of that, group number 3. So group 3, this is the first part of your reading that I've received for you. And if you already love the vibe, or you've even been here for years, a lot of you write so many sweet comments on my Instagram, on my posts, in the comments, just in general. And I love and appreciate every single one of you. Just in case you want to delve even more deeply into readings, I do live psychic coaching in Psychic CEO every single Sunday, and it's truly like a family. It's for those of you who are serious of leveling up. You have 4 weekends every single month where you have the opportunity to be coached live by someone who you know you can trust, someone that you know gives you direction, stability, and the vibes that you can roll with and understand, because understanding readings and just receiving readings, 2 different things. And you can, of course, get your readings live and ask me questions face to face and see all the other beautiful psychic CEOs who are part. So check that out. It's below in the description box, and you will find all the information right there. And my goal is to make my psychic coaching a new approach to life coaching, a new approach to listening to your intuition, where we unify traditional self-development with it not being frowned upon or being woo-woo, that we're including spirituality, we're including our intuition, we're including symbols and signs that we're seeing, and listening to our gut feeling. Because in my opinion, we cannot separate ourselves from our psyche and from our gut feeling and intuition. It's here for a reason. It's been with us and our ancestors. It's been a gift that's been given to us for a reason, and I think it's about time we use it to the absolute max. So group number 3, this is the reading I received for you for the first part of your prediction. We'll now step into your zodiac signs portion of what's coming towards you during the month of October. So simply scroll down into the description box or to the top of the comment section, click your zodiac signs timestamp, and then you'll be fast forwarded to the second, even more personal and accurate part of your reading, which is based on your zodiac sign, and which is meant to be combined with this first part for a reading that is as personal as possible. Now, group number 3, I will catch you during the second part of your October prediction, which is your horoscope portion. Hello, my gorgeous Aries baby, and welcome to the second, even more intricate part of your reading, which is based on your zodiac sign. I hope that you enjoyed picking part 1 through the 3 groups that I introduced you to during the intro of this video. But now let's talk all things Aries for the month of October. So we have giving back that's taking place, as well as listening to your body. So giving back to your body, Aries, I see here that if you are someone, for example, who has a cycle, you identify as female, you might want to give back to your body by finally getting iron supplements or an iron drip. Giving back to your body might be that you're dehydrated and you're focusing on rehydration, you're focusing on buying electrolytes that don't have sugars, that are truly hydrating. Giving back to your body could be that you are able-bodied and you're giving back to your body by actually moving it, by actually taking it to the gym, taking it on walks, going out and getting fresh air. I see that you're finally listening to what your body has been telling you all these years, and you are accepting it for how it looks and how it feels. You're working with yourself rather than against yourself. And this is a sign of becoming truly mature and more detached from comparing yourself to what you see on social media. Because what often deters us from living our best lives is really comparison. Because comparison, as they say, it is the thief of all joy. And when you stop doing that, you are able to step into living fully and unapologetically, and in a way that shows that you're actually using your mind wisely. You're realizing so many things are filtered, or they're just highlight reels of people's best moments. It's taken in very specific lighting with specific angles, camera settings, and you're using your mind wisely to also understand that if you watch other people live their best lives, you will end up with your life passing you by and not actually being able to ever live yours, because you're just watching other people. The same goes for reality TV. I think we can all appreciate a little reality TV moment now and then. But if you are stuck only watching reality on TV, your own reality goes by. And I see here within the dog spirit that you're realizing you actually want to spend your time on the things that light you up, that you are loyal to. Be loyal to what you love and be loyal to who you love. October might come with a moment of even feeling tested or tempted to not be loyal to what you love or who you love. If you are actually in love with your creative ventures, you might be thinking of, let me just work more, let me just actually not spend time doing my music, my art, painting, or you love your family, your romantic relationship, and you're trying to put something else before that. But literally your guides, the universe, is trying to say to you, be firstly loyal to what you love and the people that you love. Put work and everything else second, because remember, you're working for a workplace that will replace you immediately if something were to happen to you. But your family and friends, the art that you're meant to create, would be devastated to not have you see the light of day. Next, we've got the antelope spirit. Life is speeding up for you during October, Aries. And I want you to drop a heart emoji below in the comment section to let me and others know you're ready, you're excited for this, and that you're an Aries baby who is about to take off, who is about to literally take all the opportunities that are coming your way as life is speeding up, because you're leaving fear behind and you're allowing yourself to enjoy the fact that things are happening quickly, things are getting interesting again. The grasshopper spirit shows us you will take a leap of faith. So as life is speeding up, things are happening very quickly. Job opportunities, opportunities to link up with new people, travel opportunities, opportunities for new home decor, a new home, and investment. I see here in the grasshopper spirit, you're taking a leap of faith, Aries. You're taking a leap that you didn't expect, but it is so healing for you to show yourself how brave that you can be. And I want us to actually step into a particular message in form of a word. Let's see what comes up for you. Okay, September. September inspired you to do so. And it is truly remarkable that of all of the different messages you could have received, you've received September. In the Gregorian calendar, the 9th month of the year, lasting 30 days, it is the 9th month of the year between August and October. So September has inspired you to take a leap of faith, and something has happened in September that is making you say, you know what? Let me do this. Let me take this leap of faith. Let me push forward. And I want to see what month of the year that is going to end up affecting the absolute most. We have got in July, you will see things come to complete fruition. So for example, if you're starting your own brand, in July, you will see a huge takeoff. If you are taking the leap of faith romantically, July, marriage. All right, I want you to know here that things that you are getting the ball rolling on now, that you were inspired to do during September, and in October, you're taking the first steps towards your dreams. It's going to come to a complete culmination and fruition in July of 2026. And it all starts now. No more delays, Aries. The turtle spirit is telling you, at the same time as life is speeding up and you can take opportunities, you can go for things. Slow and steady wins the race when you keep this momentum going even past October. Slow and steady winning the race means that you have to think in the long term. There are things you will be initiating now where you will only see the results next year, right? Just like we had here within July. Don't be afraid of that. Don't be afraid of initiating slow burners, because those are often actually the most rewarding ones. And even relationships that are slow burners, take it easy. Okay, we've got 2 messages for you within your reading, Aries. So we've got meditation and hidden blessings. Meditating more will bring hidden blessings in October for you, as meditation is going to calm your mind and your nervous system in a way that lets you see really clearly, and then you can take action, not just in a responsible way, but you know when you have a calm mind and you're not just acting out of fight or flight, but you're really acting from a place of knowing what you're doing, of acting from a place of stability, security. That's what I do see here for you for October. And then we've also got a peaceful resolution coming for you, because you are acting on these hidden blessings. And acting on hidden blessings literally means that when you're out of fight or flight mode and you know how to stay out of it through meditation, through certain practices you're giving to yourself, within the next few months, your life is going to completely change. It's going to be revamped. And you can use the Aries energy that is very strong, enthusiastic, outgoing, and energetic, very self-empowered. You can use that energy to benefit you rather than to distract you, or rather than to feel like, oh, I'm an Aries and I tend to be really scattered or all over the place. Your health is also improving in October, Aries. You're taking better care of your health. So this is not just an accident. This is something that you are putting effort into, that you are choosing. This is the reality that you're choosing, one of improved health. And also romance. Romance is on the horizon for the month of October for you. That is another area of your life where the universe is trying to tell you, we've got improvements coming towards you. We've got a level up coming towards you in romance during the month of October. And I want us to add a love message in particular into this reading to close off your October prediction, which is friendship. So there is a connection here that is not going to go beyond friendship, which is great because it opens up the door for a new romance. I do want you to know here that some people are best to be your friends so they can get out of the way of your true love. There's a reason why they say, don't let your boyfriend stop you from finding your husband. That's the vibe that I'm getting here for October for you. Of course, apply that to your fitting pronouns and the type of person you are interested in romantically. Now, my beautiful Aries baby, this is the reading that I received for you. I hope that it resonated and that you found it insightful. Feel free to let me know below in the comment section. And know that wherever you are on our gorgeous planet, I'm sending you so much love, and I can't wait to catch up with you during November's predictions and horoscopes next. Hello, my beautiful Taurus baby. Welcome to the second, even more intricate part of your October reading, which is based on your zodiac sign. So the horoscope portion is just loading for you right now. I am shuffling our oracle cards, and we will also be using tarot cards as usual as we delve into your October reading. So let's see what's coming towards you, Taurus. Ooh, we've got transformation and the dragonfly. I want you to understand here in transformation and this link, these chains breaking and them turning into birds. This is a transformation that's leading to freedom. Reach out for the power and strength to make changes, enrich your life, and become the person you want to be. And in the dragonfly, have confidence during this time of joy, renewal, and connection to spirit. The month of October is really a favorable month for your transformation and for you finding yourself, for you finding more of who you really are and what you're made of. As I see here within the thorns, that weathering the challenges ahead will bring in a new and positive future. You've always been the type of person that other people could count on, but when you're always in situations where you are problem solving, it can sometimes be hard to just enjoy abundance and just enjoy things going well, because you feel like you always have to be busy, like you always have to be problem solving for yourself or for other people. But not in October. The snake represents your intuition and healing powers, guiding you to a better path. But be careful. And you know I love snakes. I own a snake. But one thing about snakes and them shedding their skin is that, sure, it creates transformation. Remember that no matter how many times a snake sheds its skin, it still remains a snake. It actually becomes an even bigger snake, as I've already mentioned. And I want you to understand here that you should spend your time really on people that you can fully trust, and be wary of anyone that you feel is only looking out for themselves, because snakes, they live alone, they exist by themselves. I see here within the Hanged Man as well as the Ace of Fields that you are going to have a romantic adventure in October with someone that makes you feel excited. And with the Hanged Man, Fun Employed shows, is one of you unemployed, Taurus? Because Fun Employed and the Hanged Man shows that one of you either doesn't have to work because you've created that much passive income, or you're that wealthy that you don't have to work theoretically, or one of you is literally unemployed. So that doesn't matter though, like the romance is still going to be amazing. And if you're already in a committed relationship, perhaps you're looking for a new job, or your partner is, and they're going to have more time. The Knight of Fields shows that it's like you've got an ally, and you understand that in romantic relationships, it's not always 100 and 100. That is the goal, for both to bring 100% of themselves to the relationship. But sometimes you'll only be able to bring 30, and your partner might also sometimes only be able to bring 40, 50, also 30. And it is about showing up as much as you can, as fully as you can, and not judging each other. And that's exactly what I can see here for October. Like, you also needing a hug and a little break, and you have a partner who supports that you feel safe to do that with, who supports you in every way. Reawaken is a symbol that for Taurus, you are reawakening to the reality that you were always meant to have. Now, if you're someone who is extremely creative, your reality was always meant to come with your creative ventures being a huge part of your day-to-day life. And I see within flow that reawakening creates flow, and you will revamp your routine. So when you wake up in the morning, instead of, for example, walking to your bathroom, looking in the mirror, brushing your teeth, and just doing it like that, you are now affirming positive things about yourself. You're doing positive affirmations in your head. You're doing squats instead of going straight to dressing and moving on to work. You're taking a little bit of time to journal, to do a quick 1-minute meditation, to look at your goal or your vision board. You're habit stacking to create a flow of abundance, because here we've got the number 8, which is in numerology the number of abundance, and here within 39, it's your choice to do so. You are choosing to be the best version of yourself. You are choosing to always become better. And that's the thing that not everybody understands. Taurus, You are the kind of person who will always choose to do better. You always choose to be the best example that you can be. You always choose to be the type of person who makes themselves and others proud. You have just always been that way, and it's continuing in October. And what it's actually doing is it's creating a lucky time. You've always believed in manifestation paired with putting in the work, the right mindset, and that creating a really lucky time. And that's what I see for you during the month of October, my beautiful Taurus. So the rabbit spirit shows that that is what is coming next. And here within the spider spirit, that is helping you to make your dreams real, because you are in a state of flow. You're in a state of choosing the best option, the best version of yourself. You will be surprised at how many of your dreams are actually becoming a reality during the month of October. And I want us to delve a little more deeply into this by looking at what Spirit has with a precise message of a very precise word. Oh, we've got abundant. Of all the words you could have received, my gorgeous Taurus, abundant means present in great quantities, providing a more than plentiful supply of something, existing or available in large quantities. So there is abundance here for you in October. This is a favorable month. This is a month of more than you can consume, more than you wanted, and it shows that good luck, good fortune is ahead of you. My beautiful Taurus baby, this is the reading I received for you. Make sure that you leave a heart emoji below in the comment section to let me and others know you watched your reading to the end and that it resonated with you. Wherever you are in this world, know that I'm sending you so much love, and I can't wait to catch up with you during your November predictions and horoscopes next. Hello, my gorgeous Gemini baby. Welcome to the second, even more intricate part of your October reading and prediction, which is based on your zodiac sign. So this is the horoscope portion of your reading. I hope that you enjoyed picking from the first part of your prediction, which was based on the three groups that I introduced you to during the intro of this video. Now, let's move into all things Gemini, shall we? Let's get into it. We've got nostalgic release. I can see that you're healing the past and past relationships. You're leaving the ones that don't serve you behind, and you're realizing your worth and your value. Someone only wants to give you a situationship, or you've been in a long-term relationship and you don't feel valued. You feel it's 50-50. You feel like you have to do all of the emotional labor without any help. I see here in the nostalgic release that you're getting this push to do something about it, because you're diving in deep into your psyche and the things that you really want out of life. And you're realizing that, especially in this society, for women, and also for other people in society, it's not just only about women, but often as women, we are pushed to give up our dreams to support the dream of a man or our partner, to support the dreams of our kids, whether we've got a partner or not. But you're diving in intuitively into realizing that you can be the best version of yourself and give your loved ones the absolute best and everything they deserve, when you also get to dive into your dreams, fulfill your life purpose, and feel like the things you're doing on a daily basis have meaning. So you're taking on from October a very gentle drift. There's no need to rush this. It's a gentle start to the process, Gemini, of you going with the flow and trusting that making decisions that are slightly more based on what you want rather than catering to everyone else. Decisions that are slightly more based on filling up your cup rather than filling up everyone else's and you just pouring from emptiness. I do see that it's gently drifting you into a different reality, into a different phase of your life, but it's a peaceful one. It's one that actually isn't taking away from your loved ones. It's giving them more, because the more you're taken care of, the more you have to offer. Just as I was about to start shuffling my self-care oracle deck, which I just actually published as of recently, you can find it linked in the description box, you're planting seeds for a future that is filled with you having an abundance of energy and no part of you that feels resentful because you gave everything to everyone else, because you feel like you do all the thankless work. I see that you are rising from that because you're stepping into your power, not in a masculine, oh, I'm standing up for myself now, and now everyone else is supposed to be the doormat. No, no, no. It's a gentle drift to just consciously, slowly making it the norm that there are times where you pick yourself, where you prioritize your sleep, you prioritize your rest. Because there's a reason sleep is showing up for you with master number 44. The number 4 in numerology is the number of stability. Stability is important, and stability comes from good health. When your health isn't in a good place, how can you be stable, my beautiful Gemini? How can you provide the best of yourself if you're always just using what's left of yourself to show up in the world? So I definitely see that there is an understanding that to be the best version that you want to be, because you're caring, you're generous, and you're giving, you have to at times say no to other people's requests to say yes to your own. Next, we've got the Knight of Coins and the Four of Wands. Building with someone who is financially literate and is not going to betray you is what's really important here in the Four of Wands. Even friends and family, be aware of the fact that stability is important for you, especially in October. The full moon, supermoon on October 6th, the first of 3 full moons that we are still blessed with for the rest of 2025. It's going to bring up a lot of emotions of wanting stability and safety. The Knight of Coins is the type of person who can give this to you, but you also have to let them. The Six of Wands shows me that you always want to get your hands dirty, and you always want to help, you always want to support, and you even often take on a lot of work and a lot of jobs that are simply not yours to take on. How about we start to outsource some labor, my gorgeous Gemini, because again, you're not lazy for doing so. You're actually making sure that your loved ones are more safe, because they will always get the best of you, not just what is left of you. Remember that saying. If you've got a pen and paper, write it down. Vow for the fact that you will give others the best of you, not just what's left of you. And that means you first have to pour into yourself. Get lots of sleep, and within the Three of Cups, go out. Go to the party, go to the get-together, go to the post-work drinks, go and have fun. Drink whatever you want to drink. Personally, alcoholic beverages are not my thing. They've never been my thing. But I just want you to know we all have our vices. We all have the things that are slightly unhealthy but bring us joy. And you're supposed to go out, have fun, eat the cake. The Four of Rings shows here. It's time for you to be practical about your joy and your happiness, which means also just doing things that make you joyful and happy. So not saying to yourself, I'll do it later, or I'll do it another time, or feeling bad about any sleep, extra rest that you're getting, feeling bad about going out and spending money on expensive drinks on a night out. No, no, no. Actually doing it, living it, and enjoying it means that you give yourself permission to be in the moment and to fully enjoy the moment without any feeling bad, without any feelings of guilt. Spiral of Incarnation is a message that past lives are coming back up, and I know this sounds very spiritual woo-woo, but there is an earth sign. I see that for the Knight of Coins. This is an earth sign, so Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, that is making you feel like you've known them for lifetimes. And they're showing up during the month of October for you. And next, within the Ancient Muse, I can see that they're showing up for you to inspire you to not always need all of the answers before making a decision. Because sometimes you need someone who feels so familiar. You don't know them, they're a stranger, but they go harder for you than your friends, your family, the people you've known forever. You see that often with social media as well. You will have strangers go really hard for you, or the things you post on social media, or people you don't even know that well. Meanwhile, those closest to you, they're not really celebrating your wins, or they're not really hyping you up like that. So I definitely see here that that is to teach you. Don't be hung up on what people might think about you or say behind your back, because at the end of the day, look at who is supporting you and look at the ways in which those who are staying silent are actually not making your life actively better. So if someone is not actively making you happier, paying your bills, giving you stability, providing you with a soft life, giving you inspiration, then their opinion shouldn't matter, and you shouldn't let the fear of the opinion they may have of you stop you from following your path, your journey, and your inspiration that you have on the big dreams you still have yet to accomplish. You're so young, my gorgeous Gemini. I want to remind you of that because you often forget it, and this is a time for you to do you, to center yourself. Now, my beautiful Gemini baby, this is the reading I received for you for the month of October. I hope that you enjoyed it and that you found it insightful. Feel free to leave a unicorn emoji below in the comment section to let me and others know you were here, you received your reading, you're part of the unicorn army, and wherever you are on our beautiful planet, know that I'm sending you so much love, and I can't wait to connect with you during one of our upcoming predictions or during your November horoscopes. Hello, my gorgeous Cancerian, and welcome to the second, even more intricate part of your October prediction as we delve even more deeply into what's coming towards you. And I hope that you enjoyed where you got to pick from the first 3 groups I presented to you, the first part of your October reading. So now we can add on this horoscope portion, which is based on your zodiac sign. So let's delve into everything that's coming towards you, my beautiful Cancerian sister or mister. So we have got learning. You are learning lots of new things during the month of October, and it could be an intense time of studying academically, or just you yourself becoming obsessed with something new that you have discovered. And I see within boundaries that you are learning how to create better boundaries too. As a Cancerian, you are a water sign that is very emotional. Trust me, as your Cancerian sister, I completely understand what it's like to be an empath, to be a nurturer, to be a caretaker, to always care about other people's feelings, even above your own. But I do see here that you are learning. Boundaries doesn't mean that you don't care, that you love people any less. It also, with people who really care about you, shouldn't mean that they take it personally or take offense to it. Rather than that, compassion is important, and compassion will show you who truly cares about you and who only cares about what you can do for them and what you can provide for them. If someone isn't compassionate with you, it is actually a sign that you were only useful while you were doing stuff for them, and as soon as you stand up for yourself, they don't want to support it anymore. And that is really great when you see that, because you can then get rid of the individuals that you know are only there when you're useful to them. Because as a Cancerian, you're someone who always wants to help and nurture, and you deserve to have people in your life that pour back into you. So we've got the bat spirit and the scarab beetle spirit that have showed up. The bat spirit did show up in reverse, which actually shows that October is a month of taking it slow. October is a month where you're seeing things from a perspective of not needing to rush, as the scarab beetle spirit is showing that you attract, you don't chase. You are mastering the art of manifestation, so you're also learning more about manifestation during the month of October. Perhaps you're tuning into more videos about it, you are tuning into podcasts, reading books, you're joining manifestation groups, and I see with the scarab beetle spirit, literally magic just works through you effortlessly when you allow it to, and it's a huge aha moment for you in October when you realize you've just been doing way too much. You've been putting in way too much work. And the Ace of Cups, the ace always represents a new beginning, because in numerology, the ace means the number 1. It shows that it just helps you feel so differently about life. You don't feel trapped about life anymore. You don't feel anymore like you're constantly pouring and you're not getting anywhere, or you're in a hamster wheel. Oh, we've also got the Tower that popped out right as I was about to shuffle this tarot deck, which is an indication of that old construct that you had of life in your head. It's falling apart. The old way that you used to see life, the old way that you used to see reality, it's no longer. The month of October is completely shifting that for you. That's a really positive thing to show up for you, Cancer, because this shift is freeing you. It's allowing you to be more free to choose what you want out of life and not feel like you always have to people please. Next up, within the wardrobe detox, October is bringing new inspiration for your wardrobe. It is, of course, a time of changing seasons in the northern hemisphere. We're going into autumn, it's getting colder, you get to layer things in the southern hemisphere. So if you're watching from South America, from Africa, from Australia, I want you to know here within the wardrobe detox, this shows that you are detoxing your wardrobe of the layers, and because it's getting warmer where you are actually putting together outfits that are getting you summer ready. Next up, we've got an act of kindness, my gorgeous soul of Cancer. An act of kindness is coming your way in October that is going to touch you so deeply and is going to show you that you get to accept acts of kindness. You get to accept other people doing for you, giving to you. You don't always have to be the main giver. You are also able to hug, love, and be appreciated on by other people. And feeding your mind, it really pours into the fact you're learning, you're reading, you're either getting new books or there's a book, a Kindle book that you have been wanting to finish for a long time. October is the month, Cancer. October is the month of finally finishing it. For me, it's been Women Who Run with the Wolves. It's a fantastic book if you're looking for something about the divine feminine, about the wild nature of the divine feminine woman. It's a very long book, but it is a piece of art. It is such beautiful work by Miss Pinkola Estes, I think is her name. I'm not sure in which order. Please don't quote me on that, but any of you who have read that book, it's very famous. Comment below how much you loved it, because I'm sure we can connect on that. And speaking of women who run with the wolves, look at how we've received the animal kin with your spirit guide animal being in the owl as well as the wolves, as your wildish nature is coming out, which has been subdued. So that means from a young age you were taught to be less loud, less outspoken. You were taught to be timid, demure, cutesy, in ways where perhaps you wanted to express your wildish nature creatively, or even in being outspoken. You're finally giving yourself permission to heal those patterns that passed down to you involuntarily, patterns that you didn't want. And what that does when you destroy those patterns is it opens doors of perception. You've got more choices, you've got more opportunities, you become more independent. It's like when you realize, I get to be outspoken and I get to claim these things, I get to have these things, I don't have to settle for stuff I don't want to settle for. Life just becomes infinitely more fun and limitless. And within the enchanted forest, there is a lot of time that you are spending in an enchanted forest. It is helping with nervous system support, taking deep breaths and doing grounding exercises. Just by being in the forest, you're able to connect with your natural self in a way that you never could if you just stayed in your house and didn't go out into nature and have this deeply healing practice of doing walks. Perhaps you even have goals such as us here in the Unicorn Army. You also see it on Instagram often. I post how I'm getting my 10,000 steps every single day, and I love doing it in my enchanted forest. Now, my absolutely stunning fellow Cancerian, this is the reading that I received for you. I hope that it resonated and that you found it insightful. Feel free to let me know below in the comment section by leaving a heart emoji below. And I cannot wait to connect with you during November's predictions and horoscopes. I'm sending you so much love wherever you are on our gorgeous planet, and I'll speak to you soon. Hello, my gorgeous Leo baby, and welcome to the second, even more intricate part of your October prediction, which is based on your zodiac sign. I hope that you enjoyed the first part of your reading, which was based on one of the 3 choices that you made during the intro of this video. But now let's talk all things Leo for October, shall we? So we've received the Wheel of Fortune as well as the Chariot. And within the tarot, the Wheel of Fortune means that you've got good luck in the investments that you're making coming towards you during the month of October. And I do also see here going off the grid, doing van life or getting into van life content is something that's happening for you as you're taking action towards your travel dreams and your dreams of exploring the world. I also want you to know here within the Wheel of Fortune that this is a sign for not necessarily investments in the sense of stocks, bitcoins, and so on, but let's see what area of life that is affected with our astro dice. We've got the 5th area of your life, which, by the way, the 5th house in astrology, when it comes to your birth chart, is ruled by Leo. And your 5th house is your house of romance, kids, creativity. So I want you to know here in October, any investments that you make into your romantic life, into kids or having kids, into how you want to move forward with your relationship, that the investment that you want to make with your relationship is going to be a good decision during the month of October. You have the best ideas. Investing in your romantic life is not only important, but will also ensure that you can live off the grid and still have residual income. Next up, we've got the 8 of thoughts. So there's something going on in October that's making you not want to socialize very much and instead go off grid. Go back to the simple life, perhaps even do van life. You're inspired by tiny homes, by people who have done their dream of just traveling the world. And I see here in the 8 of thoughts, literally, you're a very open-minded type of person. And I see here within the world, you are meant to have it all. And the Empress shows that October is the most fertile time of the year with the most kind of success-invoking energy. The Empress represents fertility and fertile energy for growth and for planting seeds and for building things. Whereas here within the world, quite literally, we've got the boozy brunch that's depicted here on this card. But what it means is fulfillment. It means having more than what you asked for. It is one of the best cards of the tarot. Whereas within the Empress here, we've got the Etsy Queen, which shows multiple streams of income, multiple streams of abundance for you. And also, if you're single and you don't even want to settle down like that, multiple people that you're seeing and that are just making you happy. Being in a committed relationship or marriage, even if it's long distance, I do see here in the Empress finding very fun ways to keep the relationship spicy, like getting takeout and doing date night over FaceTime together, watching movies that way together. I see in the Ace of Fields that your romantic life, Leo, is going to take on a new dimension and a fresh spark. The Ace always represents a new beginning. The Ace corresponds to the number 1, which in numerology, the number 1 means that there's something new being initiated. And I want us to use our Astro Dice again to figure out exactly what type of sign that we've got here. Oh, we've got Pisces. We've got Pisces, and then earlier we had the 5th house, but these die bumped into each other, and then we landed on the 11th house. Master number 11 is a number of friends. It rules Aquarius, so we've got Pisces and Aquarius energy here for you. The 11th house is the house of your friends, good fortune, groups, and so on. So I see being very sensitive about who you're hanging out with, which is a Pisces trait, and also listen to your sensitivity about what you invest your time, energy, and funds into is going to really serve you during the month of October, Leo. And I do also want you to know here, what we've got within Pisces in the 11th house is this vibe of being very successful when it comes to explaining your emotions. So if you've been feeling unheard, the month of October, things will change and you'll get what you want in your romantic life. The spiral of incarnation as well as duality. Oh, Leo, I see that you're having a little bit of a moment of feeling like this incarnation, this life is just a pattern. It is a hamster wheel. That's why you want to get out of it with our van life moment. And I see that you've got this duality between seeing the beauty in the repetition that is life, the beauty in the fact that there is a hamster wheel to run on, and then on the other hand, wanting to break out and wanting to live completely differently, completely off grid, and in a way that nobody can tell you what to do. So it's this dilemma between loving life and then also being tired of life the way that it is and wanting a change. Next up, oh, we've got a card here, a trip down a memory lane from my self-care oracle deck, which I just newly published. Now, this trip down memory lane shows that you will either be at like your mom's house, a grandparent's house, somebody's home who has images of you, pictures of you from an earlier time in your life. You're taking a trip down memory lane, even clearing out your camera roll, or if you use iOS, having those reminders like photos pop up of you from years ago. And I do see that you're so happy for how far you've come because you see how hard you work to become the person that you are today. And I do also see here investing in your mental health is finally happening in October again. For whatever reason, maybe you were busy, maybe you were shy to invest in yourself, perhaps you couldn't afford it, but I do see that investing in your mental health is becoming more and more important for you. And going to therapy, trying out some sort of mental health remedy is one thing that I see you doing. Getting a coach, getting tarot cards, going to the gym more often, because if you've already got the membership, why waste it? And I see that that gives you a lot of time to reflect, and reflection is something that you're prioritizing in October to have good mental health. So instead of running from the things that are uncomfortable, you're reflecting on them, you're dealing with them. You're finding a way to actively make peace with these reflections and to actively find a way to move on from what hasn't served you and what you've been through that shaped you. I see within the stag spirit, it's time for you to take the lead in October, because in a way, you've been waiting for someone to come and help you with your mental health, and you're realizing nobody is coming to save you. You have to save yourself. Nobody, no Prince Charming, no fairy godmother is going to show up and all of a sudden save you from all of the real life responsibilities that adulthood has placed on you. You've got to take the lead. But remember, here in the Scarab Beetle spirit, magic works through you. Magic works when you allow it to work and you put yourself in positions where you can receive magic. If you're interested in changing your dating life, put yourself in a position where you can even meet a new person. If you would like more abundance in your life in a material sense, again, make offers, put yourself out there, apply for other jobs, make it known that you want a promotion, that you want a bonus. Closed mouths don't get fed, and the same is true for anything in the universe. You have to make it known that this is your desire and you're not going to settle for anything less. So my gorgeous Leo baby, this is the reading I received for you. I trust that you found it insightful. If you did, make sure that you leave a unicorn emoji below in the comment section to let me and others know. And wherever you are on our gorgeous planet, I can't wait to either see you IRL during one of my Sunday Psychic CEO live coaching sessions or during November's predictions and horoscopes. Hello, my beautiful Virgo baby, and welcome to the second, even more intricate part of your October prediction, which is based on your zodiac sign. I hope that you enjoyed picking from the 3 groups I introduced you to during the intro of this video. But now let's step into all things Virgo, shall we? We have got sincere relationships as well as acceptance. I see that in October, any relationship that is sincere will accept what you want and desire from this relationship without questioning it. If you want someone who communicates clearly, you will have that. If you want someone who spoils you in different ways, you will have that. It will be accepted and embraced. And that will help you to release this notion that what you want is too much. I want you to also know here, we've got 29 in sincere relationships as the number we've received, and 49 in acceptance. So the number 9 showing up twice is a number that all of the giving that you've been doing will finally be returned to you. Numerologically speaking, the number 9 is a number of someone who's very philanthropic. And then next up, we've got modify. So for you, I can see that when you release this feeling of feeling bad or like a burden for having standards, what happens is you modify the type of relationships you attract, even friendships, even people at your job and at work, how they treat you, and things start to shift and change. I am getting here that these shifts and change are going to affect a particular area of your life, and I want us to figure out exactly which area of your life that is with our astro dice. Okay, we've got the 10th house, which rules Capricorn. This is literally the house of your career, your public image, and your legacy. This couldn't be more on point. It couldn't be more clear that your angels and the universe is speaking really directly to us. And this shows us here that your 10th house being affected means that you're releasing the people-pleasing tendencies with your career, and also the image that people have about you is becoming stronger. So you seem like a more don't F with me type of person. And then we've also got the Nightingale spirit, which shows us that regardless of your boundaries, it actually creates even more love in your life. You might think people will like you less, but people will love you even more. And using our astro dice, I see here with the zodiac sign Libra, so 10th house in Libra, it creates the balance that has been missing in your career and in your public image. Your 10th house has been out of whack, out of balance for a long time because you have just been focused on pleasing others. But here with Libra now showing up, Libra is a peace-loving zodiac sign. It is a zodiac sign that when it affects one of the houses in your chart, it brings peace, it brings balance, it brings neutrality back. This has been much needed, my gorgeous Virgo. And then the groundhog spirit shows that in a way you're almost sad to let go of the old you, but you know its time has come. You know that it's time for you to go through this transformation and that you deserve better than a lot of the things that you have accepted in the past. With the groundhog spirit, I do also want you to understand relationships that aren't sincere, you will let go of those. They will be let go of, and I also see coworkers being let go of with whom you had a very sincere relationship with. The fox spirit is an indication that October is a month where you're thinking on your feet. Regardless of what type of challenge comes up, you're problem solving rather than kind of wallowing in sorrow or overthinking the problem, which won't lead to a solution anyways. Whereas the deer spirit shows that in all this, it's actually allowing you to feel more safe, more protected, because when some sort of message comes, a bill comes, someone who's argumentative in your life brings something up, instead of spiraling or feeling like it's out of your control, now you've got the confidence to know you're dealing with it at your pace, at your time, with the type of energy you want, and you won't let anyone pressure you into anything. Next up, we've got the Emperor, and what this shows is a perfect balance between divine masculine and divine feminine energy. We have both of them within us, regardless of who you identify yourself as, and the Emperor is a symbol that the unification, you having some feminine energy of bringing soft, gentle touches to situations and being able to receive compliments, gifts, kindness, but also the masculinity to stand up for yourself and to perform, to get the things that you desire. You've got this balance figured out, and the Four of Swords also does just show it's come from a lot of self-study and self-reflection. It's no coincidence. As I see here in the Four of Swords, finally, the inner work you have been doing is solidifying itself on the outside, my gorgeous Virgo baby. And this is really beautiful to see show up within your reading, because it shows the hard work you've been doing on yourself is finally going to bear fruit. So my gorgeous Virgo baby, this is the second horoscope portion of your October prediction I've received for you. Leave a unicorn emoji below to let me and others know that you received your reading, you claim it, it resonated with you. And I can't wait to catch all of you either during my Sunday live coaching sessions in the Psychic CEO portal or during your upcoming November predictions and horoscopes. Hello, my gorgeous Libra baby. Welcome to the second, even more intricate part of your reading, which is based on your zodiac sign. I hope that you enjoyed picking from the first part of your prediction where you had the 3 groups, and now we'll talk all things Libra. So we have got strength that popped right out as I was shuffling first. As a Libra, you're someone who by default is very strong, and you're strong in your beliefs and your core values. But I do also want you to know here within strength that during the month of October, you feel stronger than ever, and that puts you into a flow state. For you, a lot of what you get done or don't get done is based on how strong that you feel. And I do see here within flow and strength that you're doing amazing during the month of October when it comes to flowing with your strength being high. What that also does is it brings you back to your meditation practice, especially if you've fallen off or you feel as though meditation is something that you'd like to be in your life. I do see that October is the perfect time to start. Perhaps you're even joining some sort of meditation group. You've got meditations available to you all across YouTube as well. I've even got meditations on my channel. And I do see here within control that a large part of the month of October has to do with you having self-control. Yes, there will be the parties, the cakes, the ex that comes back, the situationship, wanting to lure you into giving them attention. But you're not going to do it, my beautiful Libra, because you value yourself too much. You've come extremely far without the help of anyone. And to reenact that, it would take a very, very strong person, as we've got here within the Strength card. And the thing is, you just have spent so much time creating this little bubble for yourself, this beautiful life. You're not going to give it up for anyone. Within the Sun, we've got this Insta-famous vibe. So if you work on social media, Libra, be prepared for an influx of positive vibes, of followers, of your business growing, because I just want you to understand the Sun means a lot of people viewing your content, seeing you, visibility is high. If you don't work in marketing or on social media, so either through your 9-to-5 or through a different stream of income you've created for yourself, the Sun is actually a really positive card of the entire tarot, which shows you that you've got warmth, you've got well-being, you've got beach vibes coming towards you during the month of October, and the King of Swag, the Glucose Daddy as well. So you guys, I say Glucose Daddy because I don't want these videos to get flagged for any type of reason. So within the King of Swag, I do see someone here who is very successful, who dresses smartly, who has their own business as well as leads other multiple businesses. I see them here in your life for the month of October, even them wanting to take you away for this beach vacation, and you're getting lots of great Insta photos for this. If you're already in a committed relationship, you might be in a position where you're like, actually here in the Seven of Swag, I'm good, I just want to focus on my career and my existing relationship, but you're still flattered. You're still flattered, even if you're not in a position to want to accept anything that the Glucose Daddy wants to provide you with, and that is fine. But it's nice to also sometimes still know and feel and see that you've got it, and that you're still able to attract people into your life who want to spoil you and take care of you and do nice things for you. The Four of Swag shows us that the month of October is really a month of taking those extra steps up the stairs. But one thing that I am getting here is you're getting a little tired of the hamster wheel. You're getting a little tired of feeling like you keep putting in the same actions, but you're not getting anywhere. And I do also see here within the Four of Swag that it's just getting to a point where you're thinking of a complete life overhaul and revamp. The Rabbit Spirit shows that October is actually a lucky time. It's a very prosperous time. It's a time of you winning. So for you, my gorgeous little Libra baby, I do want you to know, despite that, it is a great month as you're using your mind wisely. You're figuring out how you can work smart instead of hard. You're figuring out how you can get what you want by doing less, not more. So my absolutely stunning Libra baby, this is the reading that I received for you for the second portion of your October prediction, which is based on your zodiac sign. I hope that you found it insightful and that you enjoyed it. Feel free to let me know below in the comment section by leaving either a rabbit or a pig emoji below. That way me and others know you're a Libra, because that's the only way you would know to leave those emojis in the comment section. And wherever you are on our gorgeous planet, know that I'm sending you so much love, and I can't wait to connect with you during your November predictions and horoscopes. Hello, my beautiful Scorpio baby. Welcome to the second, even more intricate part of your October reading, which is based on your zodiac sign. So as a Scorpio, you are someone who tends to be magnetic, powerful. People call you intense. And I do see here in the Five of Swords that popped right out of the pile, as well as the Emperor, that the month of October is a month in which you're proving that you were a born leader, that everything that's in your life you've earned and you deserve. I do want you to know here that within the Emperor and the Five of Swords, there's this whole vibe about you, that you are the type of person who is meant to lead others to success, and there will always be some individuals who are jealous, who are envious as they are from your past, and they can't understand why you are winning and it isn't them. And within the Six of Swords, I can see you're protecting your heart and your sanity. You know the games that people play. You're wise, Scorpio. You are no fool. Your birth certificate doesn't say born yesterday. I do want you to know that the month of October leaves you in a state of ruling. I see that here within the Emperor, as well as being clear regardless of what anyone tries to throw at you. Now within the Page of Wands, I see that this is all happening because you want to turn a new leaf. You don't want to allow for people to have the power to trigger you anymore. As a Scorpio, you are known to be intense. You are known to be opinionated. You are known to tell people everything like it is. And I do see in the Page of Wands that there's just this new version of you, and I see that also with the Five of Swords, like the connection between these two messages. People don't deserve that type of attention from you any longer. They never did to begin with, but now you're actually practicing this non-attachment. Now you're actually practicing not allowing them to have that type of attention. We've got rail, a long horizontal or sloping piece of wood, metal, or other material that is used as a barrier, support, or place to hang things. So I do want you to know here within the rail that for some reason rails are coming up when it comes to your creative ventures, perhaps even a rail in the sense of going on a train or hanging up a new rail in your house. Very random, but there's a reason why it's come up for your October reading, Scorpio. Next up, we've got the Squirrel Spirit. It's time for you to believe in yourself, and you're doing so oh so well, especially when in the past you had your doubts about what you're meant to achieve in this lifetime, what you're going to achieve. If there's someone who will love you the way that you deserve to be loved, and the Turtle Spirit shows that in many instances when you were love bombed, you had this notion that slow love is boring love. Boring love isn't good love. But I see here within the Turtle Spirit, the more that you gather experience, the more you realize slow and steady really does win the race. And you'd rather be surrounded by romantic partners and friends who take a slow, steady, calm approach to show love and care and connection, but they're consistent, than people who zap in and out of your life. They go into your life with an agenda of taking as much as they can before they jolt back out. Oh, we have card that's coming up here with the turkey, which is about giving with gratitude and grace and giving freely. I want you to know also Thanksgiving period coming up and so on. It is definitely a time of you realizing that you can give without jeopardizing your abundance, and understanding that giving is a superpower. Not everyone can do it the way you can. Next, we've got that you're having a blast in October, an enjoyable occasion of fun and laughter, a sudden strong current of air or wind, an explosion or a sudden rush of air caused by an explosion. So there is a blast, quite literally, with the weather, with the air. So just be aware of that. Take anything in from outside, from your balcony, from your garden that you don't want to be affected by this blast, but you're also having a blast during the month of October, which is an extremely favorable card for you to receive, an extremely favorable message to come up within your reading, Scorpio. Let's see what else you've got to be aware of for the month of October. Receiving acts of kindness, gestures of truly caring, and not just listening to talk is a big one for you. You don't like people who just talk. You like people who do, who show you stability, who show you care, who show you that they truly mean what it is that they say. Words mean less. They're meaning less and less the older you get, right? They become meaningless. And within taking a nap, don't say that your favorite psychic tarot reader from the internet told you to do so, especially at work, but take more naps, my gorgeous Scorpio. You've been working hard. You deserve it. It's time for you to relax. It's time for you to nap. And you know that your body just functions better when you're actually well rested. And naps, when you need them, when you're able to take them, you know that these are far overdue. So my beautiful Scorpio baby, this is a reading that I received for you, and I hope that you found it insightful. Feel free to let me know below in the comment section by leaving a heart emoji below. That way you're letting me and others know that you watched your reading all the way to the end. Wherever you are on our gorgeous planet, know that I'm sending you so much love, and I can't wait to connect with you during one of our upcoming readings. Hello, my gorgeous Sagittarius baby, and welcome to your October horoscope portion of this reading. I hope that you enjoyed picking from the first part where you got to choose from the 3 groups I introduced you to during the intro of this reading. But now let's talk all things Sagittarius, shall we? So we've got hidden blessings for you first and foremost. As a Sagittarius, you might not always be aware of how many blessings are in your life, because you are said to be a sign of the zodiac that is extremely optimistic but can be scattered and be unaware of how much goodness is around you. So I see hidden blessings that are unfolding for you and just becoming crystal clear during the month of October, and these hidden blessings lay in unconditional love. You are loved unconditionally in many ways, places, and areas in your life, and this is a hidden blessing that you haven't tapped into enough. That means making use of this unconditional love without feeling like you're a burden, my gorgeous Sagittarius, because I see here within Replenish, you give so much. It's time for you during the month of October to replenish it all for yourself. Replenish your energy reserves by taking lots of rest. Replenish your accounts by allowing abundance to flow in. Replenish vitamins by having an IV drip and taking your supplements regularly. I see here that replenishing yourself is extremely important for the month of October if you want to continue to thrive and you want to be your most energetic version of yourself, Sagittarius. Moving more deeply into your reading, we've got the Beaver Spirit. When you learn to do this before you're depleted, you start to lay a solid foundation for patterns and habits that will serve you in the long term. You're no longer allowing yourself to become depleted to the point where you start to pour out of an empty cup, but you fill your cup before your cup gets empty. I want you to know here within the Beaver Spirit that the month of October is laying a solid foundation for the rest of the year for you, because the full moon supermoon on October 6th, and by the way, the Beaver Spirit corresponds to the number 6, is going to start a new pattern in you, a new thinking process. It's almost like a switch has been flicked. And within the Elephant Spirit, the thing is, you're learning from the past and actively behaving as though you have learned from the past. So not just saying you've learned from past mistakes, but actually doing things that indicate you're not going backwards anymore. You're not allowing past patterns to dictate your life, especially when you've understood how unconditionally you're actually loved. The Koala Spirit, it affirms Spirit has a plan for you. So October is going to make that innately clear. Sometimes you're not 100% certain what the plan is. Does Spirit have a plan for you? Does the universe have a plan for your highest good? But you've got your own timeline. You've got your own plan laid out for you. And it's time that you trust that this is a plan that's going to lead you to a life that's fulfilling. Transformation is ahead for the month of October. That is confirmed with our butterfly spirit and you receiving master number 11. So if you continuously also see angel number 111 or 1111 on your clock, I want you to understand that this is always indicating during the month of October the synchronicity of transformation and how your transformation is beautiful. Remember when you were a teen, when you went through the awkward phase between being almost like an ugly duckling to becoming an adult? Yes, I want you to understand the month of October is going to give you a vibe of starting off a little bit in the phase of not being sure where it's leading, feeling a little bit like you're in an ugly duckling phase before the transformation actually takes place, and honoring that. Within the World card, we have got complete fulfillment. This is the final card of the major arcana within the tarot, and it represents fulfillment, you having everything that you desire and that you deserve. And it's actually one of the best cards that you can receive in the entire 78 card tarot deck. As it definitely shows here, you are a winner, baby, for the month of October. Now, within the moon, what makes you a winner is because you're listening to your gut feeling rather than questioning it and listening to other people who don't have the results that you desire. The thing is, when you take input from people who don't have a life that you're envious of or that you would trade places with immediately, you're actually allowing their energy to affect the decisions that you're making and your outcomes. When you realize that and you follow your instinct, your intuition, which is what the moon represents, then here in the Ten of Wands and another beaver, you're laying the solid foundation to your dream life, not following the blueprint of someone else's life or someone else's accomplishments. The Ten of Wands shows that you're done with that. That's over with, my beautiful Sagittarius baby, and you're creating something that is unique to you because you deserve your own unique game plan and blueprint in this life. We've also got emphasis. Emphasis means a forcefulness of expression to indicate the importance of something. Extra stress of voice put on a syllable, word, or phrase, usually to show its significance. You're placing a lot of emphasis on doing your plan, on doing you, on your transformation. And I love that for you. Let's use our astro dice to see which area, which house is going to be most affected. Oh, we've got the 8th house, which is ruled by Scorpio. This is the house of transformation. This is the house of also, if you've got any joint finances, if you've got joint finances with a spouse, a partner, a family member, or you've got some sort of loan, I see that here there is a plan for you to use these joint finances in order to create an absolutely huge shift in your abundance, in your material abundance, as the number 8 in numerology is a number of abundance, and I want to see when that's really going to bear its biggest fruit, its ripest fruit in March. In March 2026, you're going to find that what you started, what you begun here during the month of October is going to ripen. It's going to be ready for the picking and the enjoying during March. So don't forget, slow and steady wins the race with this. My absolutely stunning Sagittarius baby, this is the reading that I received for you, and I hope that you found it insightful. Leave a heart emoji below to let me and others know that you are here. Furthermore, I can't wait to see those of you who are in the Psychic CEO, Psychic Coaching community. I can't wait to see you on Sunday for our live psychic readings and psychic coaching. For my beautiful babies right here on YouTube, I can't wait to connect with you during your upcoming November predictions and horoscopes. Hello, my gorgeous Capricorn baby. Welcome to the second, even more intricate part of your October prediction, which is based on your zodiac sign. I hope that you enjoyed picking from the first part where you had the 3 groups during the intro to make up for part 1 of your October reading. But now let's talk all things Capricorn, shall we? We've got the beaver spirit and the koala spirit. I see that you're laying a solid foundation for something that the universe has a plan for. That can be laying a solid foundation in a romantic relationship, a friendship, or even in business in order for you to be able to be as successful as possible in the earthly realm, okay, in the material realm, to strike big business deals that are life-changing. Then we've got the lion spirit and the horse spirit for you. Be generous with the way that you do business, because then freedom is yours. I see that the more that you pour into giving, the more that you pour into laying solid foundations with people, the more you'll get out of it. So this is not the typical being kind and being taken advantage of. I see here in the Lion Spirit, people can tell very clearly you are not a pushover, you are not to be effed with, basically. So you extending olive branches during the month of October is actually going to open the door and the gateway to huge projects and business accomplishments that you will experience later down the line because you were open enough, as we've got confirmed here in the Six of Pentacles that we received next, to work with others. The suit of Pentacles is the suit of the earthly realm. It is the suit of material things. As you can see, it's represented by coins. We also have in the Six of Coins, numerologically, a number of generosity, a number of working together with others. And in case you've ever seen one of those meerkat series on the Discovery Channel, you know meerkats, they have huge families, they look out for each other, everyone has their job, and that's what I see here progressing during the month of October. So a business that's expanding, and you're the one bringing everybody together. The Hanged One shows that people are seeing you from a different perspective. Romantically, you're becoming a little more intimidating to be around because, well, you've got this boss energy, you've got this energy of a leader, and that can be slightly masculine, and you're being called to receive this message. Just to be aware of it, so you can course correct if you want to, but perhaps a little bit more decisiveness, masculinity, and that power to stand up for yourself is just what you needed. I see here within the Five of Pentacles that the more successful you become, the smaller your group or your squad gets as well. This is not a reflection of you not being able to keep friends or you not being supposed to gel with others, vibe with others, be in a close friend circle. It just shows that actually the more successful you become, the more people compare themselves to you because you're holding up a mirror to them. And not everybody feels comfortable knowing that you started at the same place, but now you've overtaken them tenfold. That is going to make some people that you started this journey with wildly uncomfortable. But get out of your head, prepare yourself some healthy meals. Spirit is trying to say to you for the month of October, as a practical piece of advice from my self-care oracle deck, prepare a healthy meal that is filled with fiber, that is filled with hydration, such as using cucumbers, peppers. Garlic is really great for your gut. Also having tomatoes in there, hydration, great for your skin. Make sure that you are preparing things that are fresh and that you're eating healthily for everything that's coming towards you in October, and get moving. If you've been saying to yourself you want to get 10,000 steps a day, you want to move more, you want to go to the gym, do not waste the memberships that you have. Do not waste this body, especially if you're physically capable of moving. Do not waste this ability, because there are a lot of people with disabilities, literally, who would kill to have the ability to move in the way you are able to. Don't take it for granted, and make sure you keep your body moving, because mobility is everything as you get older, and you will thank your younger self for this. We've also got relax. Okay, Capricorn. Your spirit guides, the universe is telling you to relax, to spend time resting or doing things for pleasure, especially in contrast to or as a relief from the effort and stress of everyday life. And with that, this is your official permission slip to relax for the month of October and to take that downtime that you know you deserve. Capricorn, we're at the end of part 2 of your reading, and I hope that you enjoyed it and that you found it insightful. Leave a unicorn emoji below in the comment section to let me and others know that you did. Wherever you are on our gorgeous planet, know that I'm sending you so much love, and I can't wait to connect with you during one of our upcoming readings. Hello, my gorgeous Aquarius baby, and welcome to the second, even more intricate part of your October reading, which is based on your zodiac sign. I hope that you enjoyed picking from part 1, where you've got the 3 groups that I introduced you to during the intro, but now we will add on to that in order to create your October private 2-part reading. So first up, we've got well-being. Aquarius, you're focused on your well-being, And I see some barriers that you're breaking through that were holding you back from stepping into your highest well-being. Sometimes it is a non-affirming relationship that isn't helping you in order to reach your highest level. Sometimes a barrier is actually the fact that your well-being is in jeopardy because you are ignoring the signs that you need more care, more sleep. You've got to take those supplements. Stop letting yourself be dehydrated. Drink the water. I do want you to know here within release that the month of October is releasing those barriers. It's breaking down those barriers. It's bringing those barriers to an end that you had between yourself and your highest well-being. And as an Aquarius, you are super independent. You're ruled by Uranus, which is the planet of the unusual, the unexpected. And as per usual for you, the unusual will come with answers that will shine from within. So there is definitely a person here that I'm getting in your life in October where you've already felt something is kind of off. You've already felt something is going on with this person. The truth will reveal itself during the month of October, and it will create an awareness for what has been going on all this time. And when you break through to understanding what this person has been struggling with, you will also focus more on your own personal well-being, because it will be a bit of a shock to the system what some people are going through who for an even longer time have not been focused on their highest self, on being who they're meant to be. All right, next up, we have got the number 4. The number 4 represents you being in a state of complete stability. The number 4 represents the 4th house of the zodiac, which is ruled by Cancer, which is the house of your home life. And that is where I can see that you're releasing any barriers that stopped you from being as well as possible. So healthy foods coming in your home, making sure that you're taking excellent care of your body. Moving more deeply into it with our astro dice, we also have here the symbol of Sagittarius, which is a fire sign that is extremely driven. So a Sagittarius visiting your home is what I see for October, and it is an unexpected visit that's coming your way. This unexpected visit is going to do something to you internally that you didn't see coming. It's going to shift something, and it's going to make you wiser, stronger, and more of a leader. Next up, we've got the Star as well as the Two of Swords. The Star shows you are a star. You're the type of person that others look up to, others feel inspired by. And the Two of Swords represents you make decisions. You're the kind of person who understands that in order to move forward, things need to not just be said, but also be done. And I want you to know here within the Star that there is this hope at the end of the tunnel. There is this light at the end of the tunnel that you represent for many people who are in your sphere. The Emperor is, again, another sign of leadership. The month of October, wherever there is an opportunity for you to lead, for you to step into being the manager, having the bonus of more responsibility, and quite literally having a bonus come your way financially because you're leading, take it, step into it. This is an amazing month for you to practice this side of yourself and to live it out. Next up, we have got the Strength card. Look at all of these leadership animals and leadership qualities and leadership messages that you are receiving, Aquarius. Now, because you're independent, you're not afraid to shine like the star that you are. You're very unique. You can be extremely rebellious, so you don't mind being the black sheep. You're used to it. That makes for an excellent person to be in a leadership roles, because leaders are always different than the followers. And the sheep tend to follow in a herd, and they tend to follow their leader, and that is what I see you becoming. Next up, in master number 11, we've got flowers. Be generous. Success and emotional fulfillment are yours. Be generous with yourself. Give yourself something that you've had your eye on for a hot moment, a hot minute. Give yourself the flowers that you wish you would get from a partner, that you wish you would be gifted. Give yourself the gifts of beautiful outfits, skincare, upgrades to your life, vacations that you wish someone would just give to you without asking. Don't ask, give it to yourself. I see here within the Judgment card, soul searching will bring inner peace to many areas of your life. And because you're in a state of opening up this book, of not allowing judgment to take place, you are actually in a space where now you are learning so many reasons why you are the way that you are, and you won't be gaslit by narcissistic parents or partners anymore, because you know who you are, you know you're a good person, and you're not going to let them make you feel as though you having an opinion or you having boundaries is something to feel ashamed of. Next, within the lion, harness the loyal and protective aura of the lion and charge ahead magnificently. My beautiful Aquarius baby, this is a triumphant type of month for you in October. This is a month of clearing the unwanted and claiming your desires. This is a month of leadership and generosity. I can't wait for you to step into your highest power, Aquarius, and for you to show what a magnificent leader that you are, and for you to take on new responsibility but also get more rewards. Gorgeous Aquarius baby, wherever you are on our planet, know that I'm sending you so much love. I will either catch you on Sundays, my live psychic tarot readings in Psychic CEO. You can find that link below, or of course right here on YouTube during your November predictions and horoscopes. Hello, my gorgeous Pisces baby, and welcome to the second and even more intricate part of your October prediction, which is based on your zodiac sign. So Pisces, I hope that you enjoyed picking from the 3 groups I had prepared for you during the intro, which made up for part 1 of your October prediction. But now we'll step into all things Pisces with a message that needed to pop right out as I was shuffling, as well as some more divine messages from the universe about what's coming towards you in October. So let's get into it. The Tower shows here that things are going to be very fiery and there's going to be a lot of change. As I see in the Tower, in relation to the 8 of Cups, these oceanic creatures are urging you to step away from anyone who is constantly testing your boundaries, as I see that you're walking away from unfulfilling work relationships and friendships. The 8 of Wands shows that drama is something you've outgrown. In the past, perhaps you would have still engaged in drama. You would have even gotten into an argument with someone. But not anymore, my gorgeous Pisces. You're in a state of protecting your peace above all else. And the 8 of Wands shows very fast movement out of a situation where you felt trapped, back into freedom, where you belong. Next up within the Sun, it's going to be quite sunny, quite literally where it is that you are, but this is also a message to open your heart to the enormous growth ahead. The month of October brings enormous growth for Pisces. That is clear within the message that we're receiving. And the Sun is also a very positive card that tells you the changes and the growth ahead are changes and growth that you desire. And it's going to lead to celebrations. Quite literally, Pisces, you're going to be going to celebrations during the month of October. So people getting married, people celebrating their birthdays, and you're ready to bring new and exciting things into your life. You're also celebrating new ventures that you're starting, that you're getting into, new ventures that you're able to take on. And I do also want you to know here within celebrations, there is quite literally a gift in a gift box with a red ribbon tied around you that comes as a surprise that you did not expect. And then Spirit is trying to say to you, Pisces, next, to beware. Be careful who you trust at this time. During the month of October, it's best for you to keep all of your plans, your secrets, the things that you're working towards to yourself. Because what people don't know, they can't spoil, can't attempt to come in between or put their opinion on. And I see here that your guides literally want you to beware of anyone being allowed to do so, because you don't need that type of energy in your life, my gorgeous Pisces. What you need is support. What you need is for your ideas to be able to be birthed before you have anyone's opinion towards you. Next, we've got the banner, a long piece of cloth often bearing a symbol or slogan and attached at each end to a pole or hanging from the top of a pole. Guiding principle, cause, or philosophy. So I do see here that there are some people who come literally with a banner whose minds are very narrow. So that could be because perhaps they follow an organized religion that causes them to be this way. Perhaps they just have their own ideology that makes them want to get you into that as well. So that is literally not where you want to put your energy in, but instead Spirit is telling you to focus on creating a banner for your own site, like a literal banner. Focus on making banners for things that you love, being creatively engaged, rather than letting others put you in a box that you don't belong in. As I see here within the Seven of Swords, you have soul sisters here for you who will fight for you until the end. There are people in your life, while they may not be plentiful, you might not have the biggest squad, the biggest friend group. The ones that you do have, my goodness, Pisces, they would do anything for you. They would help you cover up any shifty situation. They would go to war for you. They would unalive someone for you. And I see here in the Ten of Cups that that is becoming completely clear during the month of October, as you'll have a moment of feeling by yourself. You'll have a moment of feeling like you're not sure whether you can accomplish all the goals that you set your mind towards. But they will be there to celebrate you into confidence. They will be there to raise your self-worth up in a way that only they know how to do. And only they know exactly where your insecurities lie and how they can cancel those out to help lift you higher up, which is why your guides are telling you beware of chameleons, of shapeshifters, of new friends in October. It's not the right time for you to invite new friends into your life in October. It's not necessary, and you're too busy. You're too busy laying the foundation for new ground rules about what it takes to be around you. So in the moon, yes, Pisces, you're becoming a bit of a ghoster. So you're becoming that person who needs to take a step back from connections that aren't serving you. And I do also want you to know, if you've been ghosted by someone and they come back and you want to ghost them back, this is your green light. Don't say that Vanessa Somuayina told you to do so, but I am affirming to you, literally, your angels are like, you're allowed to ghost back. But if you ghost back, don't be a clown, be a ghost and remain a ghost. Don't reappear in form of a clown because you couldn't go no contact, okay? If you want to be a ghost, be a real ghost, and instead focus on your self-care. I do want you to know here in the Four of Thoughts, which is the Four of Swords, which is the four of the element of air, as the Suit of Swords corresponds to the element of air, like this calls for self-care. Stop telling yourself you're gonna do it, you're gonna gua sha, you're gonna do all of these things. Now is the time to do it. Now is the time to go for it. Now is the time to invest in yourself. Now is the time to actually make it happen. Because I see here in the Five of Feels, like, why do you have the ick towards some self-care or some things that you know would be good for your health and your mental well-being? I want you to understand here, the Five of Feels is a message for you to lose the ick of caring for yourself, gain the ick for people who ghost, for situationships, for people who test your boundaries. Because let me tell you something, once you know how to give yourself the ick for emotionally unavailable people, you become unstoppable, Pisces. Your heart is too big, so it can take a while for you to do that. And I see here within the Death card that literally, while the Death card doesn't mean literal death, it means transformation. The Death card is actually a positive card. And here within this Millennial Tarot deck, I want you to know that one of the things that are also coming up are loans, credit card debts, student loans that you are transforming upwards from. So no longer needing to worry about that, no longer having that in the back of your mind, no longer having that be an issue, because you're finding a way to sustainably get rid of any type of karmic debts, actual like debts that you have in a financial sense. And you're just overall elevating from a place of feeling like, oh, you need this breakthrough, you need this transformation, and you're finally getting it. And I want to see what other area of your life is affected by this with our Astro Dice. Let's see what we receive, Pisces. Okay, we've got the number 12, which represents your 12th house. Your 12th house is actually the house that rules Pisces. And it is the house of the unconscious, any limitations you might have, introspections that you must go through. And then we've also got the zodiac sign of Capricorn that showed up for you in our Astro Dice, which is a very hardworking sign of the element of Earth that is ruled by Saturn. And the 12th house in Capricorn is actually a sign that literally now is a time to work hard on your belief system and on the fact that you don't have to stay stuck in a job or in a career that you don't love. You don't have to stay stuck in a type of tax bracket or wealth bracket that you don't want, the month of October is the month of finding ways to break free and connecting with those who have done it before you so that you can learn directly from them rather than having to figure out everything from the ground up and work it out all by yourself. So my beautiful Pisces baby, this is the reading that I've received for you. I hope that you found it insightful and that it resonated. Feel free to let me know in the comment section. By leaving a unicorn emoji below, you're letting me and others know that you watched your reading all the way to the end. And of course, make sure that you check out my free downloadables as well as all my other resources. Perhaps you even want to be part of my Sunday psychic readings and psychic coaching sessions that I do live, where you can ask me questions, get your readings live, and connect with all of my other beautiful members. It's like a family. It's like an amazing reset for the upcoming week. It's like self-care every Sunday, to be honest with you. I love it. I love hosting them 4 times per month. I love hosting you. You guys are just amazing. Honestly, Pisces, we are now at the end of your reading. Don't want to make it too cheesy, but just know I appreciate you. I love you. Whether our journey ends right here or I get to guide you through your November predictions and horoscopes, just know that I'm sending you so much love. I'm rooting for you, and I can't wait to connect with you during one of our upcoming readings.